Three, two, one, E2 Performance.
Welcome back to another episode of E2 Performance. Today, we want to talk about, I personally wanted to talk about how to get our clients or anyone listening, how to get you guys back in the groove of things in the gym safely, maybe a little slower, because I'm just starting to think about it, starting to create programs on how to get people back in the gym. On paper, it looks so slow, but all of the clients are so, not all, some obviously, are like so gung-ho and like, I want to train 6 days a week. I want to go so hard. I want to lift all the weights. And again, as coaches, it's kind of hard to, to break someone's spirit. Like, whoa, hang on a second. So here, let me take this. It's a chill pill. Here, take this.
When somebody has so much motivation and momentum, they're like, oh my God, I'm so excited. I want to go so hard. And for us to be like, no, you slow down, stop.
Yeah. Again, I just want to discuss with you and even get your thoughts on, how do we deal with this? Like, we've done this quite a number of times within the past year. Because we've shut down and now people don't want to exercise at home, or they just, a lot more people are sedentary. Most of them are working from home, right? I just want to talk about it on how we can effectively, as coaches, and then as members or clients or trainees, how do we safely get back into a routine? Because the hardest part is you're so motivated, you just want to go for it. Your joints might not be ready for it. Some of your soft tissues and ligaments might not be ready for it, but you want to go for it. And then once you get injured, whether it's acute or it becomes like a serious injury right away, because you just want to lift all the weights, then that sets you back big time, bigger than ever.
Yeah.
Right.
To that point, we've done this 2 or 3 times with the lockdowns going forward now. So we could just be beating a dead horse with the same subject, but I don't think it's a bad thing to refresh on and retouch. I think, again, with a lot of people and their motivation being super high and they're all excited to go back to the gym and go back and like just crush it. I think it is a reflection on people's approach on how they go back. For those who experience that yo-yo effect in their fitness, we've talked about this yo-yo effect multiple times, being like, you're super motivated, you exercise and going to the gym, and then you drop the habits and everything goes down. You lose yourself, you put on 20 pounds, you put on 10 pounds, and then you get motivated again, and then you drop. And it's just this constant yo-yo effect. Whereas, like, obviously between me and you, we preach it and we want people to have this lifestyle of like, fitness is not like 3 months transformation challenge and then you're fit and then you just maintain fitness. Like, you just need to maintain this 6-pack. Like, for you to have a 6-pack, or for me or for other people to have a 6-pack for the rest of their life, it is not conducive with their lifestyle. So like, fitness is not this thing where you do a transformation challenge and you lose 30 pounds and then maintain it and everything good after that. It's more along the lines of like this slow build of just moving forward. If people actually have more of this approach, then they're not going to go back into the gym with this like 100%,
I believe so.
100% juice. They're going to go back and they're just going to move. Like, no different than when you recover from rhabdo. Like, when you recovered from that rhabdo, even I wanted to lift with you. Like, you got rhabdo, and I was like, Eljay, come do some weightlifting with me. Just like, and I wasn't trying to like hurt you. I wanted to play with you. Like, I wanted to be like, yeah, come do some cleans with me. Come hit some snatches. Like, let's move. Just do the bar, do light. And you're like, no, I'm just going to do some light cardio, get my legs moving, get the arms moving on the air bike. So it really is a reflection on people's approach to where they are at in their fitness, journey. Like, so whoever's listening to this and who's super gung-ho about it, like, it might be a good time to reflect on that approach. If you're feeling like going balls to the wall, I don't think that's a bad thing. That's not what we're saying. We're not saying it's bad to be excited. But we're saying is, if your excitement is fleeting, if your excitement's like here and then down and then here and then down, there's probably a disconnect there somewhere in your journey that needs to be reflected on.
Yeah. I think it's more what I would like to focus on. So if I was going to speak to to like my group of clients, or again, whoever's listening to this, I think I love the consistency aspect, like 4, 5, 6 days, even 7 of just moving. But when I say just moving, I'm not saying I'm going to destroy myself today, and then I'm going to try and recover and sleep and eat, and then I'm going to try and destroy myself tomorrow. I think it's just stepping back a little bit of being content with, you know what, I did like 3 sets or 4 sets of this today. Legs felt great, felt like it worked a little bit. I think there's no harm in like doing like even body weight stuff. Like, you know what, I'm going to go 20 reps of lunges. I'm going to do that for 3 sets. I'm going to do some sit-ups or some hanging leg raises, and I'm going to hit the air bike or the rower, like couple 20 calories there.
I just want to be devil's advocate against you, because everybody listening to this don't want to do body weight shit anymore. They want to actually do something. So to that point, if you want the toys, you want the weights, the dumbbells, the kettlebells, the barbells, cables, you can do that stuff, but do it to like 60% like capacity. Do it so that you're not failing, fatiguing, pushing, trying to cripple yourself. Like, you can still play with the toys, but it's an aspect of, obviously, if you're hitting the gym and you're serious about it and you're like trying to build that lifestyle in the journey, you should have a coach. And if you have a coach and your coach is good, you should listen to your coach. So when they tell you it's time to slow down or it's time to speed up, you listen to them. You listen to your body.
If I tell you it's body weight today, it's body weight today. Okay. You listen to me. But again, it's risk versus reward. I think we could probably talk about it all day. Volume versus intensity versus this versus that. I think the consistency of, you know what, I want to go to the gym and I want to move today should be, I think, even not very structured. Obviously, as coaches, we're going to try and structure it so it's very well balanced. But I think showing up consistently and just move. 70% effort, 60% effort. I came in today. I worked out today, sweat a little bit today. I was out of breath a little bit today. I think that you can build up on that. The hard part is you go for a really hard workout and you're destroyed for like 2 or 3 days, probably more, right? And then you try and do that again, then you're destroyed for 2 or 3 days again. Just a bit of advice. Listen to your coach. If you don't have one, go get one. If you have a coach, talk to your coach about it. Again, the goal for us is to see you succeed longer, for you to feel good. Again, working out is not about destroying yourself. It's actually, it's to build yourself up, right? So we want you to we want to see that build up of intensity and volume. It cannot be all done in the next week when we open. It's not going to happen for you. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, in our industry, we talk about a lot being like these transformations, like, 3-month transformation. Like, that's not success to me as much as it's success to see somebody who is in consistent shape for 5 years. Maybe not even, they didn't even improve very much, but if they're consistent, like I have a gentleman who will remain unnamed, but he's in his 60s and he's in amazing shape. And we haven't progressed crazy and got him way, way stronger. We haven't increased his endurance through the roof or boosted his flexibility through the roof, but he has maintained like pretty phenomenal shape with me for the past 8 years. That's a bigger win to me than getting somebody amazing results for 3 months and then watching them fall apart. Like, I've seen that happen, and so have you. So again, this isn't conducive to going back to the gym right now, but it's conducive to that longevity lifestyle approach on how you actually approach this. For me, any of the clients that I work with, when it comes like getting to come back from these lockdowns, like you already said, like 60 to 70%. For me, I often preach the 60%. Should be easy. Like, you should move and it should be easy. And let's see how you feel tomorrow, because you're not going to get fit in one workout. You're not going to get fit and jacked in 2 workouts or 1 week. So train at 60% today and see how you feel tomorrow. What's sore? What made that sore? Like, what did you do to actually do that? Like, so often when people are doing these movements, like if they're squatting or deadlifting, they're just thinking like up, down, complete 10 times. But what actually is activating, what's actually turning on? Is it the right stuff? Like, are we getting the right feeling out of things? So actually assessing that and getting like a more healthier mindset and approach to it again, if you're in your fitness journey, you should be trying to get that right mindset and approach so you can have success 5 years from now, so you don't need to restart. And so if the next lockdown happens, like you're not quite as depressed, and you don't just crash and burn like you did the last two lockdowns, the last three lockdowns. Like if you build the right habits now or a year ago, like you don't crash and burn during these lockdowns. Like you're not lifting weights. You might not be able to snatch 225 or clean 225 and do the same workouts you've done in 2 years ago, but you're moving and you're biking and you're enjoying other aspects of fitness. Like, and
yeah,
like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah. Nobody would look at you and say like, wow, you really let yourself go, Eljay.
They might. Yeah, I think it's to touch on that. Like, I want to go back to that client that you were talking about earlier. I think that's a big win for some. Again, when you're aging, you're getting into your 60s and 70s and 80s. I don't think it's realistic for anyone to grow any stronger, any better, more than when they were in their 30s or 40s. Again, I'm not saying that's for everyone, but I think it's to maintain quality of life. If this person has maintained the quality of life higher than a normal, like, man, if we look at a normal 60 who was, how do we say this? Let's say 10% of the population have gym memberships and they're active and they're moving and they're doing some stuff. Let's say 90 or 80% will be sedentary. If you compare that 60-year-old client of yours versus a 60-year-old buddy of his that doesn't move,
yeah,
right? The quality of life is so much higher, right? Yeah. And I don't think I don't think it has to be going, like the slope has to be going up every time. I was talking to a client yesterday, and I think it clicked for them when I talked about it, because I'm like, this one is a chronic yo-yo effect type of person, from food to exercise to everything, right? So I was talking to her, no naming names, right? And I feel like we've been training for like a couple of years now, and I've seen you very fit, and I've seen you very strong, and I've seen you in amazing shape. And then sometimes you just go. So that yo-yo effect. I'm like, I feel like you're only one season away to get over the hump, right? To climb that hill. And once you're on top of the hill, I think it's just mountain biking terms. Climb that hill. I think it's just a trail of like up and down, but like a little smaller up and down here. Like, you're not going to go down back that hill and then try and climb it up again. There are some people that as soon as you get over the hill, there's a fitness level, there's a hump. As soon as you get over it, it's literally like a pump track. It's just a trail now that you go, and it's a little bit more straighter, a little bit better.
Yeah.
But you just got to get over that hill, right? And I think a lot of people don't stick enough to whether a routine or their non-negotiables or any habits. They don't stick long enough to get over that.
Yeah.
Right. Again, it doesn't have to be, I don't have to get stronger, better every day. I think I'm weaker than I was 4 years ago. Right. But I still feel fit, and the quality of life is still pretty high. My strength numbers or heavy squat or clean or whatever going down, I don't think is an indicator of me being less fit. I'm just not as strong, but I'm still very good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You are such an addict making mountain biking metaphors. You know, when you're just on a bike going up a hill and you got to switch gears and you feel the rumbling, like that's what the journey is. It's like a mountain bike. And if your tires
I tried
to grease the chain a little bit, like, get out of here, you addict.
Yeah, sorry. It will happen probably every podcast.
Keep going.
There'll be some sort of mountain biking or cycling involved. But again, it's see, the funny thing is, I think the reason why I can make analogies out of almost anything that I do is because it's the same principles for everything, whether it's food or relationship or business or anything. It's just same thing. As a trainer, you try and build your business. As soon as you get over that hump and you have your base of clients, it literally is very easy. Yeah. But again, a lot of people don't stay long enough or don't work hard enough for them to get to that point where it's a little bit easier when you're a little bit more established. The same with fitness, same with food. A lot of people don't meal prep. They don't want to meal prep. For them, it's very hard. But really, if you build those habits, when do I grocery shop? What are the foods that I buy? What do I cook? How do I prepare my menu? As soon as they get over that hump, it's a little easier after that, man. It's not really that hard. You just got to set yourself up.
So, to summarize this, life is like a mountain bike. And when you approach, you are going back
I knew
to
it.
the gym, you would approach it like you're going uphill on a mountain bike. You're not going to go on the hardest gear possible. You're going to downshift on your mountain bike so that it's a little bit easier to get up the hill. And then as you continuously hit that hill, you can change the gear, get a little bit higher.
Higher. Absolutely. And then the more you do it, the skill level goes higher. You know, your capacity builds. The more you can ride. Man, I just want to go ride. Let's go ride.
Bye. See you later.
I might have an extra bike for you soon if your bike's not fixed, bro. I got you covered.
He's just like wheeling and dealing bikes on the side.
Right? Oh, man. It's fun. But yeah, no, I think it was a good episode. Again, if you're listening to this, as soon as you get back in the gym, as soon as you get back to the groove of things, take it easy a little bit. Do yourself a favor. Take it easy.
The gyms are open. We late to the party, but
yeah,
just take her easy. Think about your approach. You want to be 10 years from now. Why not just like stay in shape? So next time summer hits, you don't need to lose 20 pounds and get summer ready. Summer ready is ridiculous because you should just take care of yourself and always be in a semblance of adequate shape.
Absolutely. Well said. Wrap this bad boy up.
Okay. Thank you for listening.